This is an experimental idea, so there's a fair chance this isn't going to work, but let's go ahead and give it a try anyway. As usual, it's a 100% cotton t-shirt that's been soaked in soda ash for at least 20 minutes and then spun in the washing machine to a damp state. Now this one I'm going to start backwards. Not inside out, it's a liquid dye, so we don't need to flip it inside out. But it does need to start backwards so that I end up not having to flip everything multiple times. Okay, so I'm just going to pick a spot and then just do a standard twist for a spiral design. So let's just go here. Okay, and then I'll try to do one around the edge, because this one needs to stay tight the whole time. Okay, so it looks like a typical spiral, and let's go to the dye stage. Okay, for the colors, I'm just using primaries, lemon yellow, Chinese red, and turquoise. And these have all been thickened, so it should stay more on the surface than bleeding in. And we're not going to do the usual dyeing within the pie slices. It's going to be, let's see, red, yellow, and then blue on the outer edge. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, I'll let that sit, I don't know, at least a couple hours I think, and then I'll flip it over and do the next side. But I'll let you know the actual time that elapses. But I want to try and get some of the orange to actually start. I know the yellow and the blue started creating some green. It's really splotchy though, and I was looking for a nicer orange in there. We'll see what happens, and then I'll flip it and do the next side. Alright, it's been about an hour, hour and a half, I don't know, hour. I'm going to go ahead and flip it because it's not changing at this point. I'll go ahead and flip it this way. And then we'll do the same thing on this side. Okay, I'll let this sit for, I guess, about an hour like the last side, and then we'll do the next step. Alright, it's been over an hour, I don't know, hour and a half. Anyway, so the next step is I've got a bowl and about 8 ounces or so of Better Black. So this is where it can all go horribly wrong. We'll see what happens. Move that out of the way and go ahead and pour all of the black in. And I hope that's enough. Set that in there. And it looks like I'm going to need some more black. So I'll mix that up real quick. Okay, here's another 8 ounces. It's going to be a little more challenging though to not mess this up now. Let's see if I can pour this in the right spot. There we go. So I want it to be about halfway or so up. That looks about right. I don't know how much is going to be absorbed in. I'll let it sit like that. It's basically up to where the rubber band is that I put on the edge, which is about halfway. And I'll check it over the next 18, 24 hours just to make sure it's staying at that level. If it's going down, then I'll continue adding. Right now it's got about 12 ounces actually poured in, and we'll go from there. Okay, it's been about 18 hours and I've mixed up a slurry of soda ash solution. It's about 2 teaspoons of soda ash and I think it was 4 ounces of water, so pretty thick. I'm just going to make sure it sprays. Going to spray that over the top. There it goes. Just to help bond the dye that's on the very surface to the material before we do the washout. So I'll let this sit 20 to 30 minutes and then start the washout. Alright, time for the washout. Okay, so let's take a look before I wash it completely. I know I don't normally comment after the final washout, I just post the pictures, but I'm going to go ahead and say this is a good first try. It's not the overall look that I was after, and I didn't think the black would take over the backside as much as it did. I was expecting the reds and yellows and blues to still be visible where the black is, with the assumption that as long as the thickened colors were still in contact with the material, that the black wouldn't actually bond. But it looks like that wasn't true. It seems to work sometimes, but not others. So I'm going to have to do a little more experimenting with this, but it was a good first try. I know I've had comments from people saying that I shouldn't be negative and say a t-shirt is a failure, but I view it as if it doesn't come out looking like what I intended, then it is a failure. Now, that's not necessarily a bad thing, because some designs end up happening accidentally, and then I can go from there and turn it into something else, or work with it and define it a little better for the next time and end up with a completely different design from that initial failure. I will definitely be experimenting more with this type of design, not the spiral itself, but the black background. I just want to thank all the subscribers, all the viewers. It's been a little over a year, and I wouldn't have guessed there would be this many subscribers for this channel. So thank you all. I do read almost all of the comments that come across and try to respond if there's a question. If there's a design that you're looking for, or something that you would like to see if it's possible, or just have questions in general, I'd be more than happy to try to answer those, or to add it to the list of designs that I plan on doing.